Hey guy, before I start, I just need you to know that everything I'm about to tell you actually happened to me. I'm not making any of this up. I still live in the same small town in Ohio where this all started, a quiet place with one stoplight, cornfields on every side, and the kind of streets where everybody knows your last name. My name's Ethan. I'm 26 now. I work from home doing graphic design, so most days are the same. Wake up around 8, make coffee, sit at my desk in the spare bedroom, headphones on, work until 6, maybe play some games or scroll on my phone at night. Pretty boring life, right? That's what I thought too. I live in the same little gray house I grew up in. My mom moved to Florida a few years ago after Dad passed, so she signed the place over to me. It's just me and my cat, Milo. The house still smells like the same lemon cleaner my mom used, and the floorboards still creak in the exact same spots. Nothing ever really changes here, or at least that's what I told myself. Lately, though, something's felt off. Not scary yet, just wrong in tiny ways I couldn't explain. Like sometimes I'd be in the kitchen pouring cereal, and I'd feel someone staring at the back of my neck. I'd turn around fast, nothing there. Just the empty hallway and the grandfather clock ticking too loud. Or I'd be walking Milo at night. He likes late walks. And every single house on the block would be dark except one street light that flickers like it's trying to say something in Morse code. People in town started giving me weird looks too. Not mean, just long stares. The cashier at the gas station, Mrs. Keller from church, even little kids on bikes. They'd look at me like they were trying to remember where they knew me from, then quickly look away. I told myself I was just tired. Too much screen time, not enough sleep, whatever. Then one night in early October, I couldn't sleep. It was 2:17 a.m. I remember because the red numbers on my alarm clock were burning into my eyes. The house was dead quiet, quieter than it should have been. No crickets outside, no hum from the fridge, nothing. Just that thick, heavy silence that makes your ears ring. Milo was sitting straight up on the bed staring at the bedroom door, like something was on the other side. His fur was puffed up. I whispered his name, but he wouldn't even blink. I grabbed my phone to check the time again and saw I had a new notification. That's when everything started. It was a message request on Facebook Messenger from a group chat. The preview just showed a bunch of random numbers as the group name, 614-555-01999, Central Ohio area code. Weird, but not crazy, right? I almost ignored it, but the little profile pictures on the side. There were 5 of them, and every single one was a blurry photo of the exact same house. My house. Different angles, different years, but definitely this house. The siding, the crooked shutters, the big maple tree in the front yard that got struck by lightning when I was 10. All there. I tapped on it, expecting spam or some dumb prank. The chat opened. There were 6 members total, 5 random phone numbers, and one name. My name. Ethan M. But here's the thing that made my stomach drop. The very first message in the chat was time-stamped October 14th, 1997. I wasn't born until March 1999. I just stared at my phone in the dark. Heart pounding so hard I could feel it in my teeth. The last message in the chat, the one that triggered the notification, was sent 30 seconds ago. It was only 3 words. He's reading now. I swear the room got colder. Milo hissed at the door, low and scared, then bolted under the bed. I didn't sleep that night. I sat there with the phone in my hand, scrolling up through hundreds of messages that were written years before I even existed. And every single one of them was about me. That was just the beginning. After that first night, I couldn't put the phone down. I sat on the edge of my bed until the sun came up, scrolling through that group chat like a madman. The messages went back almost 25 years. Thousands of them. At first they were boring, people arguing about meeting spots, complaining about work, sharing memes from the 90s. But every few pages there would be something about Ethan. Little things at first. Ethan cried again today. Ethan took his first steps toward the kitchen. Ethan said, "Mama," but no one was in the room. I felt sick, I kept telling myself it was some sick joke, that someone made a fake chat and added me. But the timestamps were real. The photos they posted sometimes, old Polaroids of my house, my bedroom, even the little scar on my knee I got when I was 4, were real. I tried to leave the chat. The option was grayed out. I blocked every number. They came back as new members 10 minutes later. That was a Tuesday. By Wednesday, the weird looks from people in town got worse. I went to the gas station for energy drinks because I hadn't slept. The cashier, a guy named Kyle I went to high school with, stared at me the whole time he rang me up, not blinking. When he handed me my change, he held my hand for 2 full seconds and whispered, "You okay, Ethan?" But the way he said it sounded like he already knew the answer. That afternoon, I heard footsteps in the house. Clear ones. Slow, barefoot steps on the hardwood, coming from the hallway toward my office. Milo's ears went flat and he ran. I grabbed the baseball bat I keep by the desk and walked out swinging. Nothing. Empty house. But my bedroom door, that I always leave open, was closed. When I opened it, the window was wide open and the screen was popped out. October wind was blowing the curtains like crazy. I live on the 2nd floor. I slammed it shut and locked it. My phone buzzed. New message in the group. A photo of my bedroom window taken from the backyard, timestamped 2 minutes ago. I ran outside in my socks. The yard was empty, just wet grass and that big maple tree. But there were footprints under the window. Bare feet, small, like a kid's, leading away into the cornfield behind the house. Then they just stopped, like the person vanished. That night, the phone calls started. My phone would ring at 3:03 a.m. every night. Same unknown number. I ignored it the first time. Second night, I answered and screamed into it. Dead silence on the other end, then quiet breathing, slow, calm, like someone listening to me panic. Third night, I heard a little kid's voice whisper my name, "Ethan." Then the line went dead. I told my mom on the phone. She laughed it off and said I needed to get out more. I called my best friend Jake, who still lives 20 minutes away. He came over, took one look at the chat, went pale, and told me to call the police. So I did. The officer who showed up was Deputy Rollins, knew my dad. I showed him everything. He scrolled for maybe 30 seconds, handed the phone back and said, "Looks like someone's messing with you, son. Change your number. Log out of Messenger. You'll be fine." He wouldn't even write a report. When he left, he paused on the porch and looked at me the same way everyone else had been looking. Too long, like he felt sorry for me. That night, I couldn't stay in the house. I grabbed Milo, my laptop, and drove to the woods outside town where I used to camp as a kid. Figured I'd sleep in the tent, clear my head, let things die down. I set up in a little clearing, started a fire, tried to relax. It was almost midnight. My phone had no service, thank God. For 2 hours it was peaceful, just crickets and the fire popping. Then I heard it. Voices. Quiet, but a lot of them, coming from every direction in the trees, like a circle of people whispering all at once. I couldn't make out words, just my name over and over. Soft, like a lullaby. "Ethan, Ethan, Ethan." Milo started growling inside the tent. The whispering got closer, branches snapping, footsteps in the leaves, slow, circling me. I grabbed the flashlight and shined it into the trees. Nothing, just darkness. But the whispering didn't stop. It felt like it was inside my head now. I threw everything in the car and peeled out of there, tires spinning dirt. Drove 90 on back roads all the way home because I didn't know where else to go. When I pulled into my driveway at 2:47 a.m., every light in the house was on. I never leave lights on. I sat in the car shaking, afraid to go inside. My phone finally got service again. It exploded with notifications. Dozens of new messages in the group. Photos. Dozens of photos taken inside my house while I was gone. My kitchen table, my bed, Milo's food bowl, and one selfie of 5 people I couldn't see clearly because their faces were blurred, standing in my living room, holding a hand-drawn sign. The sign said, "We waited for you, Ethan." Under it, someone had used their finger to write in the dust on my coffee table, "See you tomorrow night, same time. Don't be late." Then the worst photo of all. My front door, taken from inside the house, at the exact minute I pulled up. They were still in there when I got home. I slept in my car in the Walmart parking lot 30 miles away. Engine running, doors locked, crying like a little kid. I thought that was as close as they could get. I was wrong. I couldn't run forever. After 2 nights sleeping in my car, I was a wreck. Eyes burning, hands trembling from too much caffeine, Milo yowling in his carrier because he hadn't eaten properly. I had to go home. I told myself daylight would keep me safe. I got back on Thursday afternoon, sun high, neighbors mowing lawns like nothing was wrong. I left every light on, every curtain open, music blasting from every speaker. If someone was watching, I wanted them to see I wasn't hiding. The day passed. Nothing. No messages, no calls, no footsteps. By 10 p.m., I almost felt stupid. Maybe it really was just a prank that had run its course. I took a shower, stood under the hot water longer than I should have, trying to wash the fear off my skin. When I stepped out, the bathroom mirror was completely fogged, except for one small circle someone had wiped clean while I was in there. In the clear spot, written with a finger, were the words, "Close your eyes, Ethan." I screamed, dropped the towel, ran naked into the hallway, swinging the shower curtain rod like a sword. Empty house, every door still locked, every window still closed. But the bathroom window above the toilet was open 2 inches. It had been painted shut for 15 years. I slammed it, locked it, dragged the dresser in front of it. My heart was hammering so hard I thought I'd have a heart attack at 26. I threw on clothes, grabbed Milo, and locked us both in the office, the only room with no windows and a deadbolt. I pushed the desk against the door, sat on the floor with my back to it, phone in one hand, baseball bat in the other. 11:47 p.m. The house went silent. Not normal quiet, absolute dead silence again. Even the music I'd left playing downstairs cut out at the same second, like someone pulled every plug at once. Then I heard it, a soft knock on the office door. 3 slow taps. Knock, knock, knock. I stopped breathing. Milo's fur puffed up so big he looked twice his size. Another 3 knocks, softer, almost polite. Then a child's voice right on the other side of the door, so close I could feel the vibration in the wood against my back. "Ethan, let us in. It's cold out here." I couldn't move. My whole body was shaking so hard the bat rattled against the floor. The doorknob turned slowly, left, right, left, like they were testing the lock. Then it stopped. Silence again for maybe 30 seconds. Then the scratching started, tiny fingernails dragging down the door, slow, up and down, like they were drawing something. I could hear breathing now, lots of it, soft and excited, like kids waiting for a surprise party. I looked at my phone. Still no service, even though I had full bars 10 minutes ago. Battery at 3%. The scratching stopped. Footsteps walked away, slow, down the hallway toward the stairs. I let myself hope they were leaving. Then every single light in the house turned off at once, pitch black, and the footsteps started coming back, faster this time, running. Bare feet slapping the hardwood, straight toward the office door. I screamed and pushed against the desk with everything I had. The door exploded against the desk, once, twice, 3 times, so hard the hinges screamed. Something on the other side was throwing its whole body against it. The gap at the top opened an inch, and I saw fingers, small, pale fingers, wiggling through, trying to reach the deadbolt. I was crying, begging. I don't even know what I was saying. Another slam and the desk moved 6 inches. I dug my heels in, pushed back, felt the wood splinter. The gap opened wider. I saw an eye looking in. Just one eye, huge and black. No white at all, reflecting the glow of my phone screen. It blinked once, slow. Then it whispered, "We just want to see you, Ethan. You look exactly like we remembered." I lost it. I let go of the desk, grabbed the bat, and swung it straight through the gap as hard as I could. I felt it connect, felt something soft give way. There was a high-pitched scream, not human, like metal scraping glass, and the pressure on the door stopped instantly. Silence. I waited. sobbing, bat raised. 10 seconds. 20. Nothing. I risked a look through the gap. The hallway was empty, but there was blood on the door, bright red, dripping down the wood in perfect little handprints, child-sized, leading away toward the stairs, and then just stopping halfway down the hall, like whoever was bleeding vanished into thin air. My phone buzzed once, almost dead. One new message in the group chat, a photo taken from inside the office, right behind where I was sitting. In the picture, I'm on the floor crying, bat in my hands, staring at the door. And standing directly behind me, so close their reflection should have been in my eyes, were 5 kids. All wearing old-fashioned clothes, faces pale and blurry, except for huge black eyes. One of them had a bleeding forehead where I'd hit them. They were smiling. The timestamp on the photo was 1 minute in the future. I dropped the phone, grabbed Milo, and ran. I left the door wide open, left everything, just sprinted barefoot down the stairs, out the front door, into the freezing night. I didn't look back until I was in the car, engine roaring, tearing down the street. In the rearview mirror, I saw them, all 5 standing on my porch under the light, perfectly still, waving goodbye like little kids seeing a parent off to work. I drove until the sun came up. I'm in a motel 2 states away right now, typing this on my laptop because I threw my phone into a river. But they still found me. I didn't go home for 3 weeks. First, I stayed in that cheap motel off I-70, paying cash, curtains closed, TV on all night so I wouldn't have to listen to silence. I called the police from a gas station payphone the next morning, told them everything. They sent 2 officers to the house. They found nothing. No blood on the door, no handprints, no footprints in the yard, no sign anyone had ever been inside except me. They said the office door was scratched up pretty bad, but could have been the cat. They looked at me like I was on drugs. My mom flew up from Florida. She cried when she saw me, unshaved, shaking, 10 pounds lighter. She wanted me to come live with her. I almost did. But when we went back to the house to pack, she kept saying things like, "This is the same wallpaper we picked when you were 2. And remember when you used to hide under this table?" Like nothing had happened. She wouldn't even talk about the group chat. Just kept touching my face and saying, "You're home now, baby," like I was 5 again. I quit my job the same week. Told my boss I had a family emergency. He was cool about it. But the last video call we had, he stared at me the same way everyone else had been staring. Too long, too quiet. Before he hung up, he said, "Take care of yourself, Ethan. We'll miss you around here." Then under his breath, almost like he forgot the mic was on, he finally made it out. I moved 4 times in 6 months. First a tiny studio in Columbus, then an Airbnb in Pittsburgh, then a cousin's basement in Kentucky. Now I'm in a 1-bedroom outside Charlotte, North Carolina, windows covered with tin foil, 3 different locks on the door, and a Ring camera I check every 5 minutes. I don't answer unknown numbers. I don't use Facebook anymore. I don't even use my real name on the internet. I cut my hair short, grew a beard, started wearing glasses I don't need. I flinch when kids laugh too loud in grocery stores. I can't walk past cornfields without feeling my chest get tight. Some nights I still wake up at 3:03 a.m. exactly, heart racing, waiting for the breathing on the phone that never comes. I thought distance would fix it. I thought new walls, new streets, new name would make them forget. But last night something happened. I was heating soup in the microwave, just a normal Thursday, rain tapping the window. My new phone, burner phone, number only 3 people have, buzzed on the counter. One new text from a number full of zeros. The message was a single photo. It was my kitchen, taken 30 seconds ago, from the hallway behind me. In the picture, I'm standing at the stove, back to the camera, stirring the pot. And on the fridge, written in alphabet magnets I swear I never bought, are 6 words, "Welcome home, Ethan." "We missed you." I whipped around so fast the spoon flew out of my hand. Empty hallway, locked door, nothing. But the magnets are still there. I can see them right now as I type this. I slept in my car again last night, 2 hours away, in a Walmart parking lot with the lights on. This morning I worked up the courage to open the fridge. The magnets were rearranged. Now they spell a new message, small and neat, like a child proud of their spelling. Ask your mom about 1997, I called her. She didn't pick up. I called again. And again. On the fourth try, she answered, voice shaky. Ethan, honey, don't dig into that year. Please. Some things are better left buried. I asked her what she meant. There was a long pause. Then the line went quiet, like someone pressed mute. When the sound came back, it wasn't my mom's voice anymore. It was the same little kid's whisper I heard through the office door. Hi, Ethan. We're still waiting. You can run forever, but you can't be born twice. The call ended. I'm looking at the group chat right now on an old tablet I never use. I never accepted the request again, never logged back in, but it's open. The preview shows 4,127 new messages. The last one was sent 12 seconds ago. It's a new photo. It's me, sitting right here, typing this story. And in the reflection of the black screen, just over my shoulder, 5 small blurry faces are smiling. So guys, I need you to tell me something. If they knew me before I was born, whose life was I living until 1999?